Streaming and Let's Play videos on games has become one of the quickest and most effective ways to market your game. In this video, we're going to talk about how to contact YouTubers and streamers and what to say to them so that they feature your game. So number one, we're going to talk about etiquette. No matter what you do, you have to remember that streamers and YouTubers are real people with real lives. Don't be rude, don't assume that they're going to play your game, and don't assume that they do any of this or anything for more than a hobby, especially for the smaller YouTubers. The best way to contact them is politely. Don't be a dick, don't spam their chats or spam their comments. Just be a real human being and reach out to them because you like them. Number two, what are the best days and times to actually contact streamers and YouTubers? Well, the best times and days to contact them are all over the place because streamers are all over the place. Some are night owls, some are morning people, but from my experience, later in the week tends to work better for contacting them. Most people get bombarded on Mondays and Tuesdays from people with emails and press and all kinds of stuff, and earlier in the week is generally busier, and therefore Thursday or Friday works better for actually reaching out to them via email and getting a response, preferably earlier in the day. So number three, how do you actually find them? Well, finding them is easier than you think it is. You can start with the big list of YouTubers and press down below in the description, but you can follow that up with the Google, Twitch, and YouTube search for the genre-specific people that play your type of game. Remember, marketing like this is not a numbers game. You need numbers, but you also need relevance. If your game gets featured on an RPG stream or video, and your game is an FPS, it's likely not to get any downloads at all. Relevance is key here. It's also worth noting that Twitch and YouTube both have built-in messaging systems that work pretty well, and most channels monitor their messages, so you can treat them just like emails. You can also check their Twitter accounts, as a lot of Let's Players include their business email in their Twitter account, and even if they don't, you can always tweet them. And that leads us to number four, getting noticed. Since I really hate asking for things and generally being a taker, I always like to provide more value than I ask for. Here's a quick method that I use to get streamers and YouTubers to cover stuff. I call it the spotlight strategy. First, I'll identify the influencers that I like and that play games similar to mine. I'll find their YouTube channels, Twitter profiles, and Facebook pages, and I will constantly engage with them over a few weeks. I'll retweet them, I'll reply to their questions, I'll comment on all their YouTube videos. I like this because first, it makes me feel like I'm adding value to their channel and helping them out. But second, when I send them an email, they'll see my name and my face and they'll recognize it. They are much more likely to read my email and cover my game if they recognize me as one of their top fans. This can be a lot of work, but it's also totally worth it. You can make friends with some of your favorite streamers while also improving your odds of getting a video covered. Of course, you can always contact them the old-fashioned way via email, and I have an entire video about contacting press and media that will walk you through the basics of how to do that, so there's no use in repeating it all here. But finally, that brings us to number five, the follow-up. If you want to build a long-term game business, you need to learn to master the art of the follow-up. Sometimes, for whatever reason, your tweet, comment, or email will get ignored. That's okay, it happens to the best of us. But if you stop there, you'll never get featured. And if you send out an email and you don't hear back in a week or so, don't be afraid to send a follow-up message and ask them if they receive your email. Be polite and respectful, keep things short, and respect their time, but follow up with them and ask what they thought. This goes way beyond even just contacting them for launch day too. Let's say you get them to cover your game. Why not reach out to them and also offer them some free early access to a brand new version, or free DLC? Why not just email them to tell them their latest video of a favorite game of yours was awesome? One of the biggest mistakes I see developers make regarding getting influencers to play their game is they will use a strategy like I mentioned, contact everyone for launch day, and then literally never reach out to anyone after that. This is a long-term thing. Make friends with these people, be nice to them, send them some encouragement, comment on their videos. They are not robots built specifically to market your game for you. They're real humans and they are creators that want love and support just like you do. Give it to them. So that's it for this video on indie game marketing, streamers and YouTubers 101. If you have any questions about this or anything else related to indie game marketing, you can tweet me at Tim Ruswick and I'd be happy to answer them.